Coach Sandy here for the Moxy Academy. Today's workout is going to be a short interval run. Just doing my calibration here, and then we'll get moving and I'll explain the workout in more detail. So moving around the house, it's actually midday and I've been out and about, had some work to do, but I just put my Moxy on and I'm just standing here just to see the startup numbers, and I'm sitting at, see if we can get the number here, 53, and my THB is 1229. So basic startup numbers for me. So just a real brief so today's workout is an short interval run. If I were assigning this to a client that didn't have a Moxy, I might call it short intervals, or I actually call these Moxy intervals. So the instruction would be warm up until sweating, then do an all-out effort for 30 seconds, recover completely, repeat this 5 times, and then cool down. If you were assigning by heart rate or pace, you could give the same instruction. You could say warm up to this heart rate, then run at a higher intensity, whatever your threshold intensity would be. 30 seconds is probably going to be above intensity, heart rate or pace. As a Moxy user, I give this instruction to be, as a Moxy user, the instruction that I give is warm up to your maximum working SMO2, and then go all out and desaturate as low as you possibly can. When you can't get any lower, recover again to your maximum SMO2, and then go again until you either can't recover to the same level or you can't desaturate to the same level. So I actually call these bunny intervals or dash intervals. This is my dog Dash that I run with, and as we run along this path, he will spy a bunny and we'll pick up the pace and go as hard as we can until he loses interest and then recover. So right now walking, SMO2 has gotten up to 77, so we're going to begin our run. We should see a slight decrease in SMO2 and then an increase. We won't start our intervals until the SMO2 is as high as we can possibly get it today. So I'm sitting at 80, I'm going to start running and we'll see what we can get. So as a point of reference, just doing our warm-up jog here. SMO2 has gotten down to 65. My pace is somewhere 6:23, 6:30. For the Americans out there, that's somewhere around just over a 10-minute per mile pace. I'm about 10 minutes into my warm-up, running 6 minutes per kilometer. SMO2 has gone up to 72. My warm-up is generally just around 20 minutes. So my pace has been pretty constant. Heart rate had an initial climb, then it leveled off, and I am breathing nasal only, which helps maintain my pace at a nice, easy pace. If I have to move to mouth breathing, then I know I'm running too hard. So we're partway through our intensity intervals. This is our out and back point, so Dash gets to have a little bit of a water break. Sorry for the wind. So I ran along, it's about 20 minutes, and I was able to maintain my pace right around 6:01, 5:58. SMO2 got up to between 80 and 83. Standing here, it's up to 85. So once he's finished his little water break, we're gonna head back and we're gonna start our intervals. So because we're making this little stop and SMO2 is climbing, we're up to 87 right now. Heart rate's coming down. As soon as I start running again, I'm gonna see that initial drop and then it will climb again. So what I'll do is just a quick little warm up just to get the SMO2 high again, and then I will start the intervals. It's gonna be a little too hard to show my watch while I'm running, so I will just try and yell out my speed or my pace and my SMO2. Okay, so pre-workout parameters have been met. 86 on pace. We'll see if I can get Dash to cooperate. We will begin our first interval. Okay, buddy, let's go. I'm gonna stop there because he's pulling me backwards. Got down to 68 and about a 5:01 pace. So normally for recovery, we recommend slow jogging, better than walking, so that you can keep your blood flow there. We're having a nature break right now. That's why you're not getting video of him. Okay, so now watching for my rebound of SMO2. Back to 81, I'm gonna go again. Okay, that one only got down to 74. So muscle's definitely not cooperating with me today after yesterday's workout. So I could call it there and run easy back, which I would probably do because I would be looking at all sorts of parameters, not just SMO2. I would look at how my muscles felt, how my breathing was, and I know that to try and get it from 74 down to 68 or 69, I was gonna have to put out a way bigger muscular contraction, and that just didn't feel like it was happening today. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try one more and we'll see how that goes. So I have achieved well over my highest working SMO2. So we're gonna go again. Come on, buddy, let's go. Okay, calling it. So I got down to 75 and pace was down where it should be, but could not hold it any longer. So I'm gonna call this workout today. Jog easy home And I just wanted to say that if I were driving this by heart rate or pace or a set number of intervals, like I said at the outset, I would give this to somebody 5 intervals of 30 seconds each. Then I would continue on with this and my performance would start to suffer, meaning I would get slower and slower, fewer and fewer muscle contractions. And that's fine if that gives you some sort of workout goal that you can perceive of. For me, for this workout, it's all about trying to get the muscles to fire at the same rate for the same amount of time, so that that speed, that feeling, that muscle contraction can become like a record on a record player. It just becomes muscle memory. And I don't want my muscles to remember how slow I was just running. So we'll jog easy back. My SMO2 is up to 88 from walking, and then we'll check in. Just wanted to show you the graph of the last interval. So the green is SMO2, the red is THB. So you can see there was not much movement on my actual oxygen usage, although blood flow reduced dramatically due to usage and muscle compression. Just was not using oxygen very efficiently today. Okay, to finish up our workout, we ran back the remainder of our route, maintaining our SMO2 at 82, which is the highest achievable we had for today, but that brought the pace down to a 6:30 pace, so definitely slowed down a little bit on the way back. Felt pretty good though to finish out the run at a nice easy pace. So just to recap, it was kind of done on purpose because we know that we have athletes that we give easy workouts to, and they sometimes do more than they're supposed to because if they're not getting the results they want, they think they're not trained well enough or they haven't done enough, when in fact it could be recovery. So Saturday did a long run that was supposed to be 90 minutes easy, and it was very easy because it was a group run with some newbies. So we were running very easy. It was a 14.5-kilometer route that we were supposed to be doing. Usually takes us about 25 minutes, and we were somewhere upwards of an hour 45, and I was getting late for work. So I had to pick up the pace just a little bit towards the end when it got very hilly. But more than anything, it was because it was longer than it was supposed to be. And then yesterday did our trail run in the pouring rain and the mud, which again was just supposed to be a nice easy recovery run and ended up being a lot harder. And you could see yesterday I was able to desaturate into the 45s just climbing hills, and then today go out to do a short 35-minute interval run, and I'm not able to create the muscle contractions required to desaturate much past 69 once and then low 70s the remaining 2 times. So definitely my muscular system is getting fatigued, and I'm not able to use oxygen at the cellular level. So if it were an athlete that you were giving workouts to and you gave them workouts for the week, they would continue on with their scheduled workouts. They would try and hit their paces. They would try and hit their heart rates. They would go through the whole week and hit their long stuff on the weekend and not really understand why they weren't getting the results that they wanted, or the results that they got 2 weeks ago. Whereas today, after 3 days in a row, I'm able to say, okay, things are fatiguing, so tomorrow's going to be a recovery day. Regardless of what's scheduled, it's going to be recovery. It may be an easy run, it may be an easy ride. As a triathlete, I might go for a swim, but some triathletes who think swims are recovery, if their respiratory system is fatigued, then it becomes more work for them than an actual recovery workout. So, even just a rolling session or a stretching session, or even taking the day off and sleeping in might be a good option. So that's the end of today's workout. I will take a look at the graphs, and if there's anything super interesting, I will show them. So So here are the graphs from the workout. SMO2 on the top, which is the one that we're going to pay most attention to. You can see that you can see the starting SMO2, and then you can see it just gradually rises until I reach my highest working SMO2. And then when I start my intervals, so you can see the first one, which I reached down to around 69 and then recovered, and then tried to go hard again, and then recovered and tried to go hard again, and then continued on at an easy pace. Here's the pace for the entire workout. So at the very beginning, it was in that 6:01 range. The drop-offs are when I stopped for various and sundry things, but you can see the pacing that I tried to put out, but the corresponding SMO2 just wasn't cooperating. And then my pace on the way back, where it was hitting around the 6:30s. So I'll just show you quickly. This is through Training Peaks. The last one was through Garmin Connect. So there is the SMO2 layered over top of elevation and pace. And you can see where the SMO2 just gradually increased through here as I was doing my warm-up with the corresponding pace. Just to show you a little bit. And then stopping, pace drops right off, and then got into increasing towards my intervals, and then did first interval, recovery, second interval, recovery. So you can see the pace just is not cooperating. I'm just not able to hold it, and the corresponding SMO2, which is what I responded to in the moment, and then got my SMO2 to just gradually get into that 82 with my corresponding pace here.